So let's begin our webinar. So today we will speak about DroneGIS platform and its different applications. My name is Alexey. I'm from SPH Engineering, and I will make a quick update on what we've done during past few months on the platform. So the goal of this webinar is not to make the in-depth review of all the features of the platform, but give you an update on what has changed since our previous big release in spring. And I'm very happy to see a lot of our clients who joined this webinar. Also, I see a lot of new names. So I hope this webinar will be useful for everyone. And if you will have any questions after the webinar, you can always drop us a message. And especially for those who are not familiar with the platform right now, you can always get in touch with us and ask for a dedicated demo or for demo account and ask any questions you want to ask. So let's begin. Besides me, I'm very happy to say that there will be 3 more speakers, our partners who already use the platform for their day-to-day activities. And after my short presentation, they will actually present their experience, and they tell about their companies and their story. So let's begin and go straight to the main topic. So I will start from the very, very brief introduction, how the system works, and actually what is the main purpose of the system. And after that, we will go to the changes in functionality. So the system is a cloud-based platform for sharing different surveying and mapping products. Actually, many of you work as a service provider, as surveyors, as like people who deliver some geospatial results to their clients. And many of you use very different platforms to process various types of data, like images in case of photogrammetry, LiDAR data. Also, you might be in the field of geophysics or hydrology. So in that area, you also deal with very different data types. And in most cases, you also have to deal with designs. So all these various data types like orthomosaics, digital elevation models, point clouds, various types of depth maps, heat maps, vector data, annotations. Actually, they come from very different types of software. And in many cases, you don't have just a single desktop software where you can put all these things together, prepare a map and deliver it to a client without asking the client to install a specialized software for viewing. So, of course, various types of web-based platforms which allow to combine different map products are more convenient because they do not require client or your other team members to have specialized software, which in most cases cost some significant amount of money. Of course, there are certain platforms which already exist on the market, which offer you not only data sharing functionality, but also data processing. So in our case, we decided not to include any photogrammetry processing in the cloud or other expensive things which just make the platform more complicated and more expensive. So we decided that we will focus on the platform which is specifically designed for easy storage and sharing of the surveying and mapping products. And we try to make this platform as affordable as possible, because we understand that actually most of our clients are already packed with various tools. So we don't want just to make them paying twice, like for the platform, which, for example, duplicate some photogrammetry processing that they already have on their desktop computers. And the system works very simple. So we support various types of data, which you can upload to the cloud platform. You can organize data into projects. You can assign access rights to different projects. So you can group various types of various segments of users with proper projects and like separate data of different clients. You can combine, as I already said, various types, various layers. Basically, if we use like a GIS terminology, then like kind of various layers, point clouds, orthomosaics, digital elevation models, thermal maps, 3D designs, 2D designs. You can put everything together and just deliver it to your customers in a convenient way. And saying the convenient way, I mean actually two most like frequently used ways how you can do it. First of all, you can share a web link to your project, which can be opened on any type, literally almost any type of the browser, desktop and mobile browser, or another way for some like special occasions, you can just export like good old Microsoft Word with a snapshot of the map and with some annotations, which you can deliver to people who like used to such type of deliverables. So what we've added during past few months, actually we analyzed requests from our clients and like we focused on improving stability of the system and improving quality of certain features. So we had a lot of requests to improve support for vector layers. And previously we had support for DXF files, GIF-JSON files. Now we added support for DWG, which is like more convenient for all the users of Autodesk packages. You just don't need to convert it to DXF anymore. You can upload this file directly to the platform and use it as an overlay. And actually, I will show you examples how it looks like in the system. Then another pain that we try to address is previously we had support for 3D models. So you could upload FBX, OBJ file, and 3D models from, for example, DJI Terra, like B3DM models. In case of models from DJI Terra, everything worked smooth because in most cases, these models have georeferencing. So you just need to pick a proper file to upload, and this file will be placed in the proper position on the map. In case of models like FBX and OBJ, which are typically, actually the data format of FBX and OBJ they do not have any support for georeferencing. So it was very inconvenient to like find these georeferencing points, like hovering mouse on the map. We improved the situation, so we implemented some visual means allowing you to position these models easily without sophisticated search for proper georeferencing point. And why FBX and OBJ is important? It's because you can export these model formats from different CAD software like ArchiCAD or like Autodesk products, etc. Another thing that we improved is that the support for CSV file data processing, because some of you collect data not only from the photo camera or LiDAR, but you also use special sensors which can collect measurements together with latitude and longitude, recorded as a CSV file. So for example, in past quarter, we focused on the methane leak detection on oil and gas facilities and landfills. And we added support for several sensors in our platform, so you can just process this data just like in 5 minutes, because we implemented the logic for filtering data and generating heat map showing, for example, potential areas of higher methane concentration on the landfill. But based on that toolset, we plan to extend the support for different data sources based on CSV format. And also we will add kind of a general purpose CSV importer, which will transform CSV file into a heat map using various data interpolation techniques. Also, in terms of organizing your work and communicating with clients, we improved the support for multiple organizations, like multiple accounts bound to one service provider organization. And also we added some white labeling features. In essence, in DroneGIS, you already have inside one account, you can have multiple registered users, multiple projects, and you can configure access of different users to different projects. But I mean, it's not always convenient. So if you have to deal with, for example, if you make projects for very different organizations, sometimes it's more convenient like to physically separate different groups of customers and different groups of projects, just to eliminate any possibility to show project of one client to another just by mistake. So we implemented feature which helps you to create additional accounts using user interface. And also we allowed you to white label user interface. I can set your logo, your corporate color to DroneGIS UI. So let's, from this theoretical part, let's switch to some practical things. I prepared several examples in the application that I'm going to show you. So the first thing, the DWG import. So you can combine it, you can upload it to the platform, and you can combine it with other products like orthomosaics, elevation. For DWG, we keep the internal structure of the document. So for example, if in original document you had various layers, then we preserve this layer structure so you can actually manipulate them separately. You can switch them on and off and configure the visibility of different layers. Also, for example, if you want to share this map to your clients which use mobile devices, actually we have two options. You can send a link, share a link to 3D view, or for example, if they use simple mobile devices, you can just share 2D map. It's a bit lighter and it can be a bit more easy to navigate using touch screen. So we adopted user interface for mobile browsers as well. Then the next topic that I mentioned in my presentation is a more convenient manipulation of 3D models. So previously, when you uploaded 3D model, like you selected that file, and in case of FBX and OBJ, you had to specify an accurate longitude, latitude, or if you worked in projected coordinates, then X and Y. And that was the only way how you could position the model. If you put it in the wrong place, then you had to find more accurate X and Y and re-upload the model. That was extremely inconvenient. So what we did, so now you can upload model to any place in the very beginning. So you don't have to specify any X and Y coordinates. The system will just propose you some default values, so this model will appear somewhere. Then you can simply zoom to the model. So you will see it, for example, like this one, this small car. And then what you can do, you can adjust model placing. So when you click, you get tools to manually position. And we support various types of positioning. So you can rotate it, you can move it along different axes. You can also just click on this mode and specify a new position, just clicking on the proper place on the map. When you completed editing, you can simply click with right button on any place on the map. And you can configure the position of each model individually, so you can do it for every model, place it correctly, and then just save changes. So now it's easy. Then next example, working with CSV files. So we have now a new item in our upload menu. So it's possible, we call it sensor data, because in most cases, it's data from some sensor. Currently, we support data from meson detectors. We support typical data structures of CSV files. So we know how to properly process them and how to we know the meaning of different columns in the file, so we can apply different filters. So yeah, we can automate processing at a high level. So, and after uploading, the system automatically generates the heat map, which can be, first of all, you see results of the interpolation, so you can hover mouse over the map and see measurements. You can export report with this map, and you can add some place mark, which and export readings from this layer into the report for specified locations. Also, you can adjust different properties related to visualization. So you can configure palette, you can configure ranges for values, and like eliminate some background noise. For example, if you analyze gas leak data. So these are small, but very important improvements to the platform. So let's move forward. Now I would like to show you what you can do in terms of managing organization. So previously you could manage your organization and configure lists of users, configure groups who can access which project. Now we have a new additional item, create organization. And in this create organization, we can you can literally add from the user interface a new account. For example, if you have a new customer and you want to put all the data from their projects into the separate account, and also if you want to provide access to these projects to specific groups of users. So you have an empty account. You can create your projects. And now you can also customize this account by just a second. Let me log in back. Yep. So now you can customize. Here we have a new menu where you can change the logo, favicon, which you see in the browser, and also the color. So let me show how it works. So for example, I just want to set a logo instead of DroneGIS, set the corporate logo, which we have on the website. So I can simply click copy image link, paste it in the logo URL. And also, for example, I don't know, I want to change the color of the application. So I simply say yes. And what we have a new logo, we have a new color. So very easy. Actually, you can also paste a link to a favicon, and favicon icon for the browser also will be changed. The domain of the application will remain the same. We have a separate option to customize the domain name, but it's not included in this standard package right now. So basically, these are few updates. We have a lot more stability updates, bug fixes, and if you're interested in learning and getting like a complete list of changes, you can always approach our support team. But yeah, these are, I would say, the most important things that we developed during past 2 months. So for now, I finished my part of the presentation, and I'm very happy to say that the next part of the presentation will continue our very good partner, Gaetanocosimo Massari from WeMaps. So Gaetano, please, the floor is yours. I will stop sharing and mute my microphone.
So, my name is Davide. I'm from WeMaps. And as Gaetano said, I will be very briefly introducing you to our company. I'll show you what we do and who we are, and then he will go more in depth about the software. So our business, our company, WeMaps, specializes in operations with drones. And we have more than 10 years of experience in the field. And to this day, we have more than 460 completed projects on our record. And as I said, we specialize in drone services, mostly inspections, surveys, and other operations such as photogrammetry, thermography, and operations in agriculture. And what we do is we offer our services with drones to our clients and our customers, which applications may vary. They have a lot of different possible applications. I'll give you a few examples. Right away, the first example that I'm giving you is about photovoltaic panels. So our services, mostly photogrammetry and thermography, aim to identify all those defects and flaws of the panels that are invisible to the human eyes, which is made possible through thermography. And this is very important in order to guarantee the maintenance of the solar cells, but also to evaluate where it is important to start building a construction site for panels. And so this is very important for operations and maintenance. And another example, which is very similar, is regarding the wind turbines. So in a very similar way, our drone services make it possible to identify small defects or flaws that compromise the correct function of the turbines. And again, this is very important to guarantee the correct functioning of these structures and for a correct maintenance. And another very important example that I want to share with you is about bridges, because our inspections are very important to make sure that structures, crucial structures like bridges, are just fine. And it is very important in order to prevent possible tragedies from happening. We all know these kinds of things unfortunately happen very often, and we want to make sure that we minimize the risk, and our drone services serve that purpose too. But these were just a few examples of possible applications. We have many others, like cave inspections or highways, streets, and monument preservation, and so on. Our services can vary between many different applications. And now I will let Gaetano introduce you to our software.
Yeah. Well, as we were talking before, we are using WeMaps as our DroneGIS platform, and it's very useful for us and for our customers. And in this example, we show how we use and how we share the data with our customers. In this case, we will show you how we manage thermal analysis on a solar field. Just 1 second. Okay. So, as you can see here, there is a solar field over about 1 megawatt. And in the solar field, there is both the thermal analysis made with the internal software for elaborate the sharing, both the RGB data. So we have a double analysis, an analysis made by thermal and another one made by visible analysis. But the most important is the thermal, because with the thermal analysis, we can also detect anomalies like hotspot, like strings, like damaged panels, and so on. And the very important, nice thing that we can share with the customer, that also for our side, is that from just the entire point of view of the entire plant, we can detect all the defects, and just looking on the solar plant, just 1 second, we can see what is the temperature on the point of interest. In this case, it's 36 degrees, and the temperature in the center of the panel, that is more or less 31 degrees. So we can say that the defect is not so important. It's a slow level defect. And so on, all the defects that are inside the panels, like this one, or like here, defects that could be more interesting or not. But the most important thing for us, it's not only this one, but also the possibility to share the documents of the report of the solar plant. In fact, once we finish the analysis, we can identify where there are located these points, and we use this like with share and download them this Word. And then what we do is upload the interesting point of view, like the solar meter inside during the analysis, like this one. So we see exactly what was the irradiation on the panel. But other very important thing is this one. And this is our report, in which we write all the theory that is based on the solar plant, and also what we have identified inside with the center latitude longitude of the points, and then also a statistical analysis that we do after the end of the solar inspection. So the customer is very happy because he just open a file, open a link with like this, with the share link here. Or in some cases, like in this case with this customer has got several plants. We have created also for him a group of plants inside. And after a group of plants inside, he can also choose his plant and see what's happening or what is wrong in this plant. So it's a kind of win-to-win strategy, both for us for speed up the process and share with the customer, and also for the customer because it could take all the data and analysis and also discuss with us or with his customer. If there are some questions, we are here for you.
I think maybe we can proceed to the next report, and in the very end, we will collect the remaining questions, and
Okay.
we will see. So thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. So the next speaker is Santiago Azcona from Dums. So Santiago, please.
Hi, greetings to everyone attending this meeting. My name is Santiago Azcona. I live in Argentina, and I am the manager of a company called Dums. We are a consulting engineering firm. Our main industry that we provide services is the mining industry. So we have been using a lot of the different services that SPH gives. We use a lot the UGCS platform for surveying, where we are using the DroneGIS platform to mainly to communicate with our clients. I will share my screen briefly. So as the people before me showed, we work kind of the same way. We use the platform not only to, we use the white labeling system, and we use the platform not only to upload all the projects that we are doing, but also to communicate with our clients. Since we work for the mining industry, most of our clients are in different sides of the world, and they need to be keep updated about what's going on in the field. So we call them that we call the platform like eyes on site, because it gives us the possibility to show our clients how the project is going. We use a lot this before and after tool of the platform. Most of our client has different locations where we have them organized over here in the same platform, and we can keep track about all the changes that are being done. We can, as Alexei showed, upload DWG or DXF files. And we kind of also use it to report any changes that might have been in the field or that are interesting to take note. And we have also in some certain types of clients, we have create a specific organization when we can share this link to our clients, and they can enter without seeing the data of other clients. That is a very useful tool for us. We are also using uploading images with coordinates. So in this case, for example, we can upload an image of the field that let us understand not only the view from above, but also having these images geotagged. We can, for example, click on in any image in any time, and we can check that image it's okay with that site and other details. So this is a very useful tool for us, because we can not only when our team are visiting the site or taking photos or while the work is being done, they can take photos with their cell phones. We can keep track about what's going on with a different set of images. So our main our main usage of DroneGIS is to communicate. It's very useful for us. It has really stand out our company above others, because this possibility gives a lot of transparency of our work and for the operations, and allows the client to keep track about all the changes that are being done in the site. We have been uploading a lot of different set of files, so it has been growing with that possibilities. We are now uploading 3D models other things that have been very useful for us, like the people before me show the temperature of the solar panels and things like that. The company is always hearing our possibilities to upgrade or to be better with this platform. So that's kind of how we are using it in the mining industry in Argentina. We are hoping to continue using it in the future, and we are looking forward to the upgrades that might come with the time.
Thanks a lot. So I think, Ruben, it's your turn now.
Yeah, thank you, Alexei. My name is Ruben. I'm a regional director, sales director at SPH. Roger from SORODRON couldn't make it live during today's webinar due to some personal events that he needed to attend to, but he prepared a nice, short and compact video to share with all of us. So I'll be sharing that. Roger is the CEO of SORODRON. He himself will introduce himself and the company, but they are specializing in drone service business area within the mining and geology.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Ruiz Carulla. I am geological engineer. I develop a PhD in geological risk analysis, and I am the chief executive officer of SORODRON. SORODRON is an engineering consultancy where we carry out flooding analysis. We also develop topographic and monitoring volume controls for mining and civil engineering works. And we also study landslides and rockfalls for mining and for civil engineering purposes. Well, we work in a completely 3D environment, working in cliffs and scarps, in rivers, and we use drones to get 3D data as the base for all our analysis. We also develop this kind of 3D simulation of rockfalls, as well as flooding analysis or this kind of geological risk. Well, today I'm here to talk about the DroneGIS web platform, and I will show you how I'm using in order to share the data with our clients. Well, here is the view of the DroneGIS website. I will show you two cases. The first one is a mining volume control, and the second one a rockfall analysis. In this case, this is a quarry near Barcelona in Catalonia, and here for sure you can see the first product of a drone flight, is that orthophoto, high resolution orthophotos. And this platform allows you to share high resolution orthophoto with your clients, and your client doesn't need to be able to use a GIS or a very powerful computer. You can check the high resolution of 2-3 centimeters pixel orthophotos, and we can for sure compare, for example, the flight from 2022 and the 2024. For sure you have another option here in the timeline to create different flights, but I like to put directly here. Okay, you can see here the query, how in this west side they excavate, and in the right, in the east side, they fulfill the query. Okay, the second more useful product from drone flights and photogrammetry or LiDAR data is the digital elevation models. Here we can see we can upload different digital elevation models. In this case, we have here the 2024 model, and also we can check the before flight from 2022, where this excavation didn't exist yet. Okay, and we can also upload future design scenarios. For example, in this case is an excavation in this west side, a potential excavation or a mining plan, and also the restoration plan, that is the end the query when they have to fulfill all the query. Yes. Well, for sure we can upload here also the topographic isocubes and all the kind of AutoCAD product that we can create. Well, I like to use this thermal option to upload the demo of differences. No? So this is the difference between the digital elevation model or digital terrain model from 2022 and 2024. And I like to do that because I create this demo of differences in GIS software, and I upload here as a thermal map. But I like it because I can move the mouse over the data and I can see how these purple values means that they increase, they fulfill the query here with 15 meters, and in the west side they excavate with 20 meters. And here you can, using the hand, the mouse, you can check the values. I think that it's something very useful. And well, we can check all this in 3D view. In this 3D view, we can see for sure the point clouds, the digital elevation models, all our data. Okay, this is the digital terrain model with this difference map. Okay, we can check it here in a beautiful 3D view. And then we can, for example, create cross sections. I really like this option also because we can easily check the data and focus on this point. I really like this because you can see here the profile of the 4 digital elevation models that I uploaded to the platform. I have the 2024 profile. I also have the 2022 profile, it's the green one, and also I have the potential excavable plan in this query, that is this purple one. Okay, and also I have the restoration future scenario. And moving the mouse across the profile, I can check the actual altitude. In this part, in the upper right part, I have the values of altitude and also the difference if plus, minus, how much, plus 16, plus 45, minus 11 meters, no? So I think that, well, this is a simple tool, but very powerful that I like very much. Yes. So here also we can use this cross profile tool to do that, and also we can create measurements, and we can select different areas in order to generate here directly in DroneGIS different kind of digital elevations models differences, for example, to a constant altitude or between 2 digital elevation models. Okay, and another beautiful point is that you can check here. Yes, I know that you can do it in timelines, but I like it to directly change here the digital elevation model and the orthophoto. No, so now I'm checking the same difference volume, but looking to the past or to the present. Yeah? So in this way, I really like this application in order to share the data from query. Well, if you want, we can check another case. This is a case of rock falls in a highway. This is a natural cliff, okay, near a highway in the north of Spain. And here the problem that we have is that there are rock falls that reach the highway. Okay, so let's for sure we can check this beautiful 3D point cloud that we can get with Mavic 3 Enterprise with RTK, or Mavic or with Matrix 315 RTK with a P1 camera, or from LiDAR, or from another kind of tools using photogrammetric reconstruction or digital or LiDAR tools. Yeah? In this way, we can get extra high quality point clouds of a cliff, and we can use all this data in order to characterize the joint patterns of this rock massive, and also to identify the potential unstable volumes. And we can carry out stability analysis, we can develop rockfall simulations, we can analyze the stability and the risk of this area. Well, the point cloud can be plotted, as you know for sure, in terms of height, yes, or with the RGB, with a natural color, or by classification. Well, here the classification, it's useful because we can see the vegetation, and also in these purple points that are points that are in overhang. Overhang, it means that these points will never be well correctly described using a digital elevation models, because in the same planimetric point you cannot represent two different heights. So you need to use in a full 3D environment like point clouds. We can use these beautiful point clouds, for example, to assess the parts of the scarp that are susceptible to produce rockfalls. Okay, this is more steepened part of the rockfalls, the overhangs and the non-overhangs areas. And we can also develop this kind of 3D rockfall simulations, and we can also can study the fragmentation, the breakage of the blocks or not. Okay, so based on these 3D simulations of our rockfalls cases, we can create different kind of maps. These maps can be well represented here. Now I am showing the digital elevation model and the orthophoto. For sure, here we have a very beautiful orthophoto and digital elevation model. And also we can use this thermal option to plot different kind of maps. Well, we can go also to the 2D view to check all these maps. And for example, this is the map of probability of reach of blocks of 0.5 cubic meters. From source areas, we have this source area, that are the susceptibility points that may generate potential rockfalls. And then we have this kind of maps of probability to reach the highway. There are maps based on different volumes of rockfall. Well, at 0.5, 1 cubic meter, 5 cubic meters, 10 cubic meters. Then we have maps of height, alturas, height of this kind of jumps of the rocks. This the distance between the trajectory of the rock and the terrain. We have also this height for all these volumes. We have also the energies. This is the impact energy of the block. And all this information, it's very useful for us in order to design different kind of mitigation measures, like could be put here a dynamic barrier in order to stop the blocks. And then we can combine the information with the trajectories, the height, and the energy in order to create this kind of thematic maps, where in the green areas it will be optimal in order to install a dynamic barrier of, for example, 4 meters tall of 10,000 kilojoules in order to stop the blocks of 0.5 or 1 cubic meters. And we can show this information in 2D, in all these maps, in these beautiful orthophotos, or also over the digital elevation model, orthophotos, and all this data. No? And then if you want to install here dynamic barriers to mitigate the rockfall risk, you have to put it in these green parts, and if you install it in the red areas, they will be not useful. Maybe here it's very clear, but when you put it in some more complicated areas, these maps are very, very useful. So, well, that's more or less all that I want to show you, and I wish you like this presentation. Thank you very much, and it was a pleasure. Bye.
Thank you, Ruben.
Alexei.
Yeah, so actually we're perfectly in time. 2 minutes left till the scheduled end of the webinar. We had a few questions in Q&A, and I think we answered them during during the presentation. So actually, I hope you liked this webinar, and I would actually call it not a webinar, but kind of an exchange of information. And I really enjoyed the presentation of all our speakers. They were very different, but they were all great. And what I want to say, if you have thanks all for attending this webinar. If you have any questions, just feel free to drop us a message. If you have questions to anyone from our speakers, just let us know. We will get in touch you. That's I hope we can also serve like a communication point for all of us and point to exchange information. So thanks everyone. The recording, I hope it will be available in a few days. If you have any questions, write us an email, and yeah, have a great evening, morning, or like whatever you have now. Thanks a lot.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye-bye.